Hello everybody and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games. If y'all are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Dr. Ghost and I make content for the game World of Warships Legends. And today we're going to be back in an old ship that a lot of you might have forgotten about. And I do like this ship quite a bit. And it is the USS Flint, which is an Atlanta-class light cruiser. I hope your Mondays are going well so far. At the time of recording this anyway, this would be Monday. And it's a good day. Let's make it a good day, guys. I know it's the beginning of a week, but I think we can all get through it together. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this gameplay. So we're going to be on fault line, and we're going to be actually managing to win the weak side. I know, right? Imagine actually winning the weak side on fault line. You guys will see that coming up shortly. Now, right off the bat, we have, it looks to be a Georgia, what is that, a Sinop? I cannot tell. That is a Chapayev. Okay, so a Georgia and a Chappie right off the bat, 2 tier 7s. And we have an Odin. Shout out to that Odin, by the way. Odin did very well, and he was with me the whole entire time. That destroyer, I think, is just going to go off and die, but I think he also does some stuff. But he does spot, which is incredibly useful. So we do get a couple hits, and we're already up to 1,000 damage. Now we see the ZF6, and as you guys can see, our pre-torp were... we did pre-torp earlier, and they are going out there. And yeah, so with the Flint, as you guys know, or as you guys can obviously see, there's a lot of firepower from these guns. There's 5, there are 12 5-inch guns, and they're basically destroyer caliber guns, and they shoot out decently far on my build. And I have EOP, if you guys are wondering, so I get a lot more damage with my shells, a lot more penetration capabilities on the Flint's HE. Now, I do pop a smoke screen for the Odin here, and to give him a little bit of concealment. And then right off the bat, wait for it, you guys. Wait for it. I'm going to pop around this corner, and look who's waiting there. It is a Venom. Now, we do pop our sonar to hopefully spot any incoming torpedoes for our battleship, and for me, too. Now, look at the amount of damage we're just dishing out on this poor little Venom. Now, maybe I shouldn't have shot at that battleship there, but I do start shooting back at the destroyer because the destroyers need to die. He does get his torpedoes off, and I do manage to spot some of those for the team and for our battleship here. And we're doing alright. We're keeping the firepower up, and that Venom has just gotten absolutely obliterated up to this point. And that's it for him. Go back to port. And that'd be the first blood award. And yeah, that's not just all of it, folks. We got some more fun coming up. Now, we do start firing off full salvos of HE at this Georgia. And just look at the amount of firepower coming from these beautiful, beautiful guns. It's just unrelenting, and it's just a pain for these poor enemies to have to deal with. Now, as you guys can see, it looks like the Venom did manage to get another set off. He flipped his ship around, and I wasn't expecting this, and unfortunately, I'm going to take a torpedo right below my turrets in the front. It does quite a bit of damage, unfortunately, but nothing we could really do about that. So now we're going to be firing over these islands here, hoping to hit some battleships. Notice I'm not even aiming, I'm just, you know, letting my guns do their own thing, hoping I get some hits. We're up to 14,000 damage, not the most amount of damage yet. But yeah, we're keeping these guys back, and that's all that matters. I'm staying in my Odin's Wildery build so he can keep himself alive and basically stand there as a barrier for the team. So that way, you know, if they push, they're going to push into me and him. And we do both have torpedoes, which is an absolute huge threat. Now, you guys are going to see me getting a lot of torpedo action in this game. Now, I may not be getting most hits, but I do keep flooding torpedoes out there to keep them back, to keep them busy, to make them think this cap is not safe. And basically aerial denial up to this point. Now, we do send another set off our right side. And unfortunately, those are all going to almost hit the island, and that's just unfortunate, except one. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all, but it's just how it is. Now we do start firing off at the King George V, and yeah, we do get a fire pretty much instantly. Now, even though I have EOP on, I get, what, a 5% fire chance, I still get a few fires here and there. It's actually pretty, you know, it's not reliable, but it does what it has to do. I'm more about the damage with these guns. Now, on, like, Cleveland, or on Helena, or Dallas, or even Baltimore, I do not, especially Baltimore, I don't run EOP. Sometimes I like, if I just want to go for damage, I don't care about fires. Sometimes I'll go EOP on my Cleveland and on my Helena and on my Dallas, and even my Omaha. But usually I don't. I usually keep it off so I get the extra fire chance. but Baltimore doesn't really need the extra EOP. It doesn't really need the extra damage for the HE because the 8-inch guns already have enough pen on them as it is, so they don't really need any extra help on that. But these 5-inch guns definitely do need the help, all the help I can get for the penetration, and yeah, just a whole bunch of damage. Now we actually do manage to land a torp on somebody, and that's great. I think it was actually on the Georgia. And yeah, our damage up to 54,000, or actually 58,000 damage. We get another fire, and we're just keeping this firepower up. They're not even shooting at me. And notice that our team is, I think, completely won the other side of the map, as they should have, because that was the strong side. And unfortunately, we do lose a ship, and we've lost multiple ships up to this point. But we're going to keep this firepower going. We're going to send some more torpedoes out. We get another fire. And we're just going to keep this cap from being capped. Now, we do get absolutely crapped on right there. We do get a big penetration, a couple pens into us, actually. Unfortunately, but nothing we can do about that. Now, we're trying to get forwards here to maybe block some firepower from these guys and block some shells and keep ourselves safe. And now we're up to 80,000 damage, and we're keep climbing up. And just look at the amount of damage we're getting off this King George V. There's just nothing he can do about it. And to me, it's funny, guys. Just keep this in mind. We're on the weak side. It's only a couple of us versus the whole entire enemy team here. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them may have got some crossfires and done some damage on these guys, but still, we're holding our ground here, and that's all that matters. Now, we do pop our smoke screen again. That's our last smoke screen, and unfortunately, but yeah, it's coming in handy for this battleship here. And I'm keeping him alive because he has will to rebuild, and that's what it's all about, guys, is teamwork. Now, it doesn't usually always work like this. If those guys just would have rushed into the cap all at once, we probably would have died. But luckily for us, they played it too passively, and yeah, now we're at 100,000 damage, and we're still not done yet. But we're also winning. There's only 3 ships left on the enemy team, and yeah, that's about it. We get another fire as well. Now, a question a lot of people ask me is, do you prefer the Flint over the Atlanta? And yeah, I actually do. To me, I don't really like radar cruisers. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, why don't you like radar cruisers? Well, I won't lie, radar is nice. It's definitely a bonus, but it's very situational. A lot of times I find myself not even needing radar, and I just wish I had maybe a smoke screen, or even a reload booster, something else, or even a defensive AA. With the Flint, though, it has a smoke screen, and of course it's American smoke, so it lasts about 2 minutes, which is actually, for me, comes in a lot more handy. It's very nice. You can just, if you get a battleship coming directly at you and your teammates are spotting them, you can just put up a smoke screen and rain absolute hellfire on them. And when I say hellfire, I mean you absolutely crap on them. 2 to 3, even 4,000, possibly even 5,000 damage per salvo of this HE if it gets penetrations, and it's absolutely nasty. But yeah, so we're at 116,000 damage, and my goodness, is this fun. This is just absolute mayhem and destruction, and this King George V is finally almost dead, and go back to port, and it's time to go. Or any time now, actually. And there he goes. Our team does manage to kill him there. And I think that's it. I think that's the end of our damage. We finish off at 122,000, I believe. So, yeah. The Flint, like I've always said, it's an excellent ship. Now, I do have my guns off the left here. I'm thinking a destroyer might pop around here just in case. But, yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen, spoiler. The timer is going to run out eventually. But, yeah. Going back to what I was talking about the Flint, I do really like this ship, and it has a special place in my heart. It's the ship I have the most XP on as well, so yeah, it's an excellent ship, and if you guys want to pick it up, feel free. But you don't have to if you don't want to. If you guys have the Atlanta is also very good as well, as you guys may know. But yeah, the match is coming to an end, and that's about it. And yeah, I'm going to go and fast forward to the end of the video and the match results. I'll see you there. Alrighty, so that's it. The battle ended, and yeah, here we are at the match results. We do finish off with a victory and 122,000 damage, a high caliber, and a first blood award. Team result, we finished top, and the person right next to us is, I believe, it's the Odin that I told you guys about. And yeah, hope you all did enjoy. Don't forget to punch the like button, subscribe, comment down below if you feel like it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, stay healthy as always.